I'ma blow up.
Okay, folks, so honestly, it's like 5 minutes after I watched episode 12, and I'm about to sit here and watch episode 13. Only thing I really did was change my shirt so it don't look like I'm wearing the same shirt 2 days in a row. So, with that said, since I'm at the same location as episode 12, same apologies as usual for noise in the background. Yes, I know it's not a big deal, but, you know, part of the charm of being a truck driver is sometimes you get to hear some background noise. So I got that highway back behind me, so yeah. And it's still the same old quote on the dry erase board as the last episode. Every day may not be a good day, but there is good in every day. I like the quote. In fact, I probably should just keep it up there all week. So I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. We'll find out on episode 14, which for me, that'll be tomorrow. For y'all, that'll probably be Thursday or sometime after Thursday. Because, yeah. Other than that, though, Della is with her boys finally. And, yes, I got a small thumbnail here. It's technically a little bit of a spoiler. But the thumbnail that's in front of me right now on the screen, Della's at the cockpit. She's got a hold of the wheel with Dewey right there beside her. And Scrooge holding something up. So, I know Della's a part of the cast now, so that is a good thing. She is with them. She's pretty much the new Donald until Donald gets back. And then we get the interaction between her and Donald. And that's going to be pretty great. So, and I'm wondering how young she was when she originally fought that little gold Aztec monster thingy. Because in the last episode, Scrooge said she was bigger and more grown now. Which means they were fighting stuff and doing adventures when they were the same ages as the boys. So, well, not Scrooge. Scrooge has always been old because he's Scrooge. So, other than that, I don't know what the episode title is called on this one. Because, yeah, I don't even know. I haven't looked at the titles in a while. All I know is this is the second one out of 5 episodes this week. So, headphones. They're going on. Because it's time to go ahead and stop wasting time and just start watching. 3, 2, 1, and play. And there she is in the cockpit.
The Cloud Slayer flies again!
The Cloud Slayer?
That is way better than the Sun Chaser. Woo! Why would Huey Louie want to miss that?
I could see Cloud Slayer being the name.
I have some idea.
They're lost. Dewey and Della Duck on their first high-flying adventure.
Wait a second. Does this mean that Launchpad was fired?
What stands between me and that contract is
Glumgold, alright. Hey, she's back.
I cut his dramatic entrance budget.
Hey, well, there's the intro, so we know how it goes.
the noble
Raiders of the Doomsday Vault. There we go. Now I know what the title is.
Carefully tended, a seed will sprout with promise. That's what your father Ludwig wanted for you. What any parent wants for their child, really. To see them thrive in the face of an uncertain tomorrow.
Alson, why didn't you tell me there was a money tree?
It was one of the several points in the presentation I prepared for you, which I'm now realizing.
Glumgold.
The money tree is the most venerated.
You should just quit your job, Glumgold. Quit having anything to do with Glumgold Industries.
Meaning of wonder.
And just let her run your factory or whatever.
Will ever touch those seeds until the end of the world.
So far, so good.
A future in which I make more money than McDonald.
There it
Win
goes.
our bet and win his company. Here's where you come in. A break into the vault.
Hey, he's a pretty good quick drawer. I'm impressed.
No more cockamamie ploys!
Oh, she's gonna end up quitting before the end of the season. She is just fed up with Glumgold.
I don't work for you. I'm the only one who keeps you from ruining this company with your brainless plots.
Schemes.
Glumgold always has a little slither
See you back in Duck Bar.
of comedy that keeps me liking him just that little bit.
Above the crowd, even if I gotta shout out loud. To mine is the only face that you see. Gotta stand out. Nailed it.
Scrooge won't even let me touch the toaster.
I don't blame
You
him.
can do anything.
You
You are the best mom.
kids can do anything, yes, but come on. Let them learn first. Hey, you're a regular launch pad. All right.
I am so sorry.
Ella wouldn't just steal an aircraft and set out on a whim. Oh, you know, except for that one time.
Yeah, I was about to say, she literally
What in the blaze?
just...
Ah, capture Scrooge! Force him to get
What
out of the
are
boat
you
and steal
going...
them on its
What?
name.
Oh my gosh,
See
Glumgold. Ugh. But yeah, Della does steal ships.
Basically, I'm gonna have to call you back.
That one time.
Dewey, honey, I don't think they built it with a big hole in it. It must have been torn apart when the ice melted and this crevice widened.
Oh, you two. Y'all are gonna regret. No.
Welcome, survivors. If you
Okay.
think that the world has ended,
Whatever.
but
Hey.
congratulations on not being eaten by zombies or
That means
hyper-intelligent
they got
hairless
food at
beings
least.
or something like that.
See you on the other side. Miss you already. Gonna crawl through this vent. Gonna make my mom proud. Gonna earn the love I want so desperately.
What was that, honey?
Nothing.
Whatever you do, don't touch it!
Y'all are doing the exact wrong things
Ah, phooey.
every time.
Dewey, override the security system!
Sure, easy peasy lemon squeeze. Oh no.
Hope you got this figured out because here comes the one.
No rush, honey!
Okay, I'm making a bold prediction here.
One is...
Not helping.
Von Drake is actually in the back watching them, like Wizard of Oz style.
That wasn't so hard at all.
They are fitting a lot in this episode because
Inconvenience me.
in between Dewey
The sooner I can be
and
rid of
Della
you.
and Glumgold
Oh,
and
what the crimmins is
McDuck,
this mess? It's gonna cost
they're
me
just
thousands
fitting
to
a
replace
lot
these
in.
jangled mechanisms.
Fine, I'll dry off quicker.
Whoa! Glumgold! I sat there and gave you praise for a little slither of comedy, and then you do something spectacularly stupid. Ah,
Welcome to...
There.
dead in the middle of the whole place? Well, it is
It's
M's,
a good thing we've got this giant arm.
so in
now.
ABC order, it would be in the middle. Uh-oh.
Okay, just boulder up those lockers like a rock wall. I made it! Of course you did!
So beautiful.
All that
So
just for
worth
that.
it.
I knew you could...
Oops.
Okay. So now we're gonna have a money tree instantly grow. Oh, sucks for you, Glumgold.
Okay, calm down. Just need to open the door using the panel, which the children broke. So, we simply climb out that vent that has also been compromised by Della and Dewey's senseless actions, all for good reasons. Don't want to jump to any conclusions. The most pressing matter is the fire. So, we just need to activate the spark.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Through, Della. It's been over a decade and she's still the same headstrong kid.
Move! Great, now I'm cold again.
Shut up, Glumgold. Oh, Glumgold's going to pitch a fit
Are you okay?
when he sees this.
I got this, Mom. Totally under control. I can't do it. Mom! Ah!
I was about to say, Della's gonna have to do something. Woo!
I got you.
Okay, that's the second boy
I've
she's
always
done
got you.
saved. We had Louie in the first one that she covered up and saved.
Oh, and destroyed humanity's only hope for surviving the end of the world? Did you ever
Why
think
does
of
humanity
what way out
even
of
need
this?
a money tree at the end of the world?
Simple. We jump.
Oh, no, you don't. No more jumping head first into...
Trust me. I thought we'd leave through here.
How did you...
What? You gave a whole big presentation with a map. I paid attention. When you're stuck in
Hey!
space for 10 years, you pay attention to exit strategy.
Good job.
No.
God,
honey.
dude,
I will always
calm
believe You
down.
can do anything, but you
Yeah.
never have to prove anything to me.
Yeah, you never have to prove anything, dude.
You got it! You failed, McDuck! Now the Von Drakes are going to fire you, give me the job, and then...
I may have a way out of this mess.
Prepare to lose our bet and your company! No! Curse you, gentle prey!
And you're back on thin ice. Oh, that's a nice little cherry on top for you. Okay, well, not the greatest episode, but it wasn't definitely the worst neither. It was fun, but honestly, this episode really seemed to just kind of drag on and on and on. I don't know what it was about it, but maybe it was because of Glumgold. I like Glumgold, but at the same time, it's like, why do you have to be in this episode? I was liking Glumgold, kind of like at the beginning, and the funeral episode where he was at Scrooge's funeral. I really didn't like him then, but then I watched it a second time, and I really did like it. It was pretty funny. I'll give it that. But I don't know. This episode, it did prove one good thing, though. It did send the message that just because you're not the greatest at something, such as the greatest adventurer, like, Dewey wanted to be the best one at adventuring with his mom. You're not going to be the best at everything. You gave it a shot. You tried. That's the best you can do? Cool. That's what we tell our kids. You know what? Hey, at least you tried. Who cares if you did, like, the best out there in the world? As long as you tried, whatever. Such as getting good grades. I don't care if you like I tell the kids, I don't care if you get all A's and honor roll and all this stuff. You know what? Hey, you're trying. A C's the best you can get. Cool beans. C's get degrees. So, that's what I keep telling him. Quit worrying about your flipping grades and just do what you can. Go to school. Do what you can. Pass. Don't just, fail. You do got to study at least and prove that you're trying. But at least that's a lesson that was learned by Dewey in this one. That all you have to do is try. You don't have to be the greatest thing in the world at, everything, such as adventuring, for your mother to love you. I mean, a mother is going to love her child regardless. And, yeah. This episode dragged on so much, though. But, on top of that, though, this is an episode with Della. That means Della is going to be in this now. We are going to have her in more episodes than just, hey, I'm your mom, a special episode. Nah, she didn't leave. She stayed. She's doing the mom thing. She's, she's doing what she's supposed to. And then on top of that, we got Donald in space. We didn't get nothing about Donald being in space this time, but we do know he's in space. That's a good thing. Well, it's not really a good thing, but we know where he is, so that's a good thing. Why he had liquor? Oh, yeah, he was in the ship. So that's why there was still some of that Oxy-Chew in there. I was like, how did he get Oxy-Chew and be on the moon? But then I realized he was in the same ship that Della was in. So, of course, he had Oxy-Chew. Jeez, I don't even know what I was thinking. Nonetheless, though, I guess I am done here for now because I gotta run into the store here, get me some new shoes. I don't know what it is about this job, but I go through shoes like crazy with this job. At the previous job that I had before this one, I had one pair of shoes for like 2-3 years, and I didn't have to buy any for a long time. This is like, in 5 years, this is probably like my 10th pair of shoes that I've already gone through, and it's getting quite annoying. What it is I end up with a hole. Let's say this is my foot. This is my heel. This is the front of my foot. I usually end up getting a hole right here after about 4 or 5 months, and I have to buy a new pair of shoes. So, I don't know. That was a little off-tangent subject of me going into the store here and buying shoes, but I need to go do that before it gets too much later. Then call the wife, all that good stuff. And yeah, I'm done. Hit that like, tickle to subscribe. Don't be texting and driving. And as Mr. Rogers always says,
and I like you as you are, I do.